Okay, it's recording. All right. Hey guys, it is Monday, February 12th, and I am going to share with you guys about the national wake up call. Side note, I'm exhausted and I'm doing my best. I'm going to be doing my best to get my thoughts together here. I did come up with a little PowerPoint to kind of bring my thoughts together, but I apologize if I am a little spacey because I'm exhausted and I haven't had too much time to digest this all. Anyway, I'm going to do my best to share with you a little bit about the new leadership conference that I was at this past weekend in California. As you can imagine, there is a lot of info thrown at you in a very, very, very short amount of time, kind of like Summit. If for those of you who have been to Summit before, it's so fun and so exciting, but it's a little bit of an overload. And towards the end, Mary Beth and I were like, okay, so we're a little overwhelmed. You just kind of have to take some time to read through your notes and kind of digest it and make a action plan by kind of prioritizing the things that you want to do first and the things you want to get to later, so it doesn't feel as overwhelming. So I'm going to make sure everybody's muted, but like always, this doesn't mean you can't talk. If you want to say anything, ask a question, interrupt, you're more than welcome to. Just unmute yourself. It's just for background noise. So I'm going to share my screen. I did a little baby PowerPoint. Let's see. Can I play from start? Yay! Ooh, that's exciting. You guys can see it, right? Okay, cool. So even this is kind of jumbled all together, but I thought it would help me kind of stay on track with my thoughts here. Okay, so New Leadership Conference, that's what NLC stands for. It's always in Los Angeles because it's right near where the Beachbody headquarters is. And so it's always there and it's always in February. So plan accordingly for 2019. Okay, so how to qualify. So before I get into, what we went over, if for those of you who are thinking, well, how did Brooke get there? How do I get there next year? These are the things that you want to keep in mind. So by the end of 2018, so you literally have until December 31st, 2018. I qualified on, I think, December 14th, 2017. I qualified 2 weeks before the end of the year. So, and Michelle Katz qualified, I think, December 28th of last year. So, you can utilize the entire month. Obviously, the faster you get it, the better it is, because then you don't have to worry about it. But anyway, you need to be a 1-star diamond or above. It used to be 2-star, and they lowered it to 1-star. When you become a star diamond, you have to hold it for 6 weeks. So that's why you might have seen some posts where it says, Annie might post in the Boom Fam or something Ashley is now a 5-star qualifying coach. And what that means is she's in that 6-week window of holding that new rank. Diamond, it doesn't matter, but when you become a star diamond, any star diamond, you have to hold it for 6 weeks. So in order to qualify for the NLC, you need to become a 1-star diamond or more, and you need to hold that rank for 6 weeks in 2018. And in addition to that, you need to accrue 30 plus elite points in 2018. Again, this you have until December 31st. It's kind of confusing. It still kind of confuses me sometimes, but there's various ways that you can accrue elite points. And comes down to things like getting to Success Club yourself, having your personally sponsored coaches get Success Club points. Not necessarily Success Club, obviously that's better, but even one Success Club point from your personally sponsored people makes a difference with your elite points and your elite rank. When I say that we are number 470, that means we are number 470 in the elite rankings. So elite comes down to points and to rank. Beachbody wants you to be building a team. So they want you to have success, but they also want you to help your people have success as well. Rank advancing, and where you and your personally sponsored coaches are on the leadership ladder. So you get more points. So if, right now I'm a team leader. So for any time I have a business starter or a business builder that are personally sponsored, that's helping me earn elite points. So so if you're, just to kind of give you an idea, 2 years ago, when I wasn't even trying for it, I got 40 or 50 elite points. So it's totally doable. Like 30 is 1000% doable. Last year I had 100 and something. So just to kind of give you that frame of reference, 30 is not like completely out of the realm. It's easier. Okay, so some of my takeaways, and then I'm going to go into a little bit more detail in the forthcoming slides. Dreaming bigger and having the belief in yourself, it sounds like, and I'm sure all of these things or many of these things are going to sound so simple, but there's just something about being at a live event that makes the light bulb go off or something. So these probably seem like really small takeaways, but that's what you get at these live events that you can't possibly get from a call over the internet or researching it yourself or something like that. You get these by being there. So within the trainings, we talked a lot about dreaming bigger and having that belief in yourself, but believe it or not, it's the side convos and like the small interactions you have with your team, especially when you're there with Ashley Fell-Dyson, puts all of these things into perspective. She teaches her team to dream big, big, big. I don't know if you've heard her goals before, but they're pretty big, and she's going to get there. Like one of her goals is to be a top 10 coach, and she's number 19 right now. So it's like, and she said that since she started coaching like 2.5 years ago. So 2.5 years ago, that sounded kind of like crazy, but because she dreams so big and because she teaches her coaches and her team to dream so big, that's why they're having all of this success. So I actually asked Ashley to do one of our calls about that, because that's something she's really, really, really good at, is, teaching that bigger picture. Setting really high goals, like I just said about Ashley. I learned this weekend that my goals are way too small. They're way too comfortable. And so again, I'm going to, for myself, and I'm going to encourage you guys to set really high goals. The value of live events, the trainings, the networking is awesome, especially because this was a corporate event. There was, such great information thrown at us. There was Melanie Mitro, which is the #1 coach 4 times in a row. Bonnie Engel. What's her name? Fitzpatrick. What's her name? Kim Fitzpatrick. She's a 5-star coach. They just had like these awesome trainings and ideas and things to take away. But the side convos, the team bonding, the fact that if something isn't working, try something else. And I'll go into that a little bit more. Again, sounds kind of obvious. And my action plan, kind of like what I plan to do moving forward. So dreaming bigger and having the belief in yourself. Again, I asked Ashley to speak on this. She's going to probably be on one of our calls in March. Because she talks about how if you can dream bigger and if you can teach your team to dream bigger, that's going to keep them pushing, and that's going to keep them going, because they're going to know that the sky is the limit. I mean, the fact that Ashley is, on Team Boom, I was with her all weekend. She's such like a quote unquote normal person. Like she doesn't have any of these crazy skills. I mean, she's 25 too. She doesn't have any of these like crazy skills. She hasn't gone to school for like network marketing for like years. She's just a normal person. And the difference is that she just has like these huge, scary goals, and she's teaching her team to do the same. So they're all duplicating that scary goal and that higher, they're trying to achieve higher things because they know that they can. Honestly, the things that you can get out of this business, the possibilities in this business are truly limitless. Again, that goes back to Ashley. She's only been a coach for a few years, and she's having all of this success. So that was kind of eye-opening too. Like, anybody can do this. There was multiple people who were either talking or they were referencing people on their team. A couple people got up, they had like these coach stories, and they had one on Friday, I think, and one on Saturday. And one of them said, I can tell you exactly I was here last year, and I can tell you exactly what chair I was sitting in. And she said, so I was just like you guys. And then she was there the other day as a 5-star diamond. So like that so that just tells me that, for me to say, oh, I want to be a 3-star diamond, I'm 2 right now. I want to be a 3-star, like that's not big enough. Like the possibilities in 1 year, depending on, how hard you work and how much time you put into this business, like the possibilities are absolutely endless. So I want all of you to start dreaming bigger and thinking bigger. And I'm going to check in with each one of you, and we're going to talk about this a lot more, because I definitely don't think we do this enough. I know I don't do it enough, and I don't think you guys are doing it enough either, because I want you to think big. And then I just said, you 1,000,000% have the belief that you have what it takes to get there. And if not, what are you doing to gain that belief? You got to get that belief. So if you don't already have it, you got to get it. I can help you. Setting really high goals. So this goes hand in hand, of course, with dreaming bigger and having that belief. If your goals aren't high enough, you're not going to push yourself to get there. Like if you have these really comfortable goals, what's going to push you to do those 10 extra invites? What's going to push you to get out of bed 15 minutes earlier? Nothing. If you can say, oh, I have 6 whole months to get there, I can definitely get there. If that's what you're saying to yourself, then your goals are not big enough. You need to be having that mindset that you're going to go that extra mile, you're going to spend that extra time, and you're going to do whatever it takes, whether or not it's outside of your comfort zone, to get to that goal. So if I want you to kind of evaluate your goals and where you want to be a year from now. Like, I think Ashley put it in one of her posts, like it's scary. She has really scary goals, which I agree with, but it's even scarier to think that she might be in the same place 1 year from now if she's not, busting her ass. And I was like, that totally makes sense. So, what's scarier? Kind of doing those things that are outside your comfort zone and sending those messages and sending those invites and sending those follow-ups, or having a year go by, which is going to go by no matter what, and having you still be where you are. And if you're happy with where you are and you're not like a huge business builder like I am, then that's totally fine. But think about your goals and make sure your actions are matching your goals. Going back to Josh Coates, your goals should make you want to puke. You should have the hugest, hairiest, scariest goals. And what's the worst that can happen? You'll set new goals or you'll set new dates, as long as you keep moving forward. The value of live events, which, I'm sure if you've been to Summit or if you've even been to a Super Saturday, there's just nothing like live events. And I know I've said this before, and I'm sure I'll say it again, but until you experience it for yourself, you're not going to 100% understand what I'm talking about here. Obviously, this is a network marketing business. We are together like tonight virtually, but for the most part, we work this business by ourselves behind our computer. We have this connection with each other. Some of us haven't ever even met, and we feel like we're the best of friends. And that's why getting to a live event and being together in person makes such a difference. Just in your belief, just in, kind of reignites that fire, because sometimes when you're working by yourself, it's easy for that fire to get, hidden sometimes. Just there's something about being there in the flesh, talking face to face with people from Team Boom and Team Liberate and other people. Like this event was all 1-star diamonds and above. So it was really cool and there's only 500 people there, where a Summit there could be up to like 35,000 people there. So it was like a teeny tiny mini Summit, which was really cool. And you knew everybody was kind of like in the same mindset as you for the most part. And so it was really easy to kind of chat and talk to other people, and, whether they're on your team or not, and kind of just network with other people. It's just kind of cool to be around everybody who shares that common belief and that passion. It's so funny. We were walking into the headquarters, and there was probably like 25 of us. And as soon as we start walking in the door, everybody starts pulling out their phone. And everybody, like all the tour people who work at headquarters, were like 1,000,000% like on board, like that nobody looked at us weird. Like, and then we started like laughing and saying how like it's just so nice to be around people who totally get how important it is to have your phone and to document this. Whereas sometimes, like if you're with your family, I know like on was it Super Bowl night? I asked Casey to take a picture of me eating pizza because I want to talk about, balance. And my dad looked at me like I was like crazy, like people, but at NLC or at Summit, like people totally get that. Like it doesn't even faze them. So it's just nice to be around these people who have these same ideas, same beliefs, same passion for you as you. And then you can share ideas, especially people who are not on Team Boom. You can get to know, like how they do coach basics or how they've run their challenge groups, or, it just is another opportunity to advance your business that much further, whether it's technically a training or one, like a side convo with somebody. Which the trainings, but also the side convos, like we, obviously a lot of us from Team Boom were together all weekend, the Friday night and Saturday night, they actually give you your hotel room for free if you qualify. So, but I wanted to go on Thursday just to go a day earlier so it wasn't too busy of a weekend. And so there's a bunch of us that shared a hotel room just to make it cheaper. And it was my friend Kelly who I went with. She's on a different team, so she had a lot to share. It was kind of neat to kind of get that, that perspective on some things. And then I was with Mary Beth and Ashley. And it was like literally all four of us were in our PJs. Ashley and I had our Invisalign retainers in, and we're talking about like our goals and our elite ranking and, just different things like that you just can't get from being online with somebody. And then just team building and team camaraderie and just the fun part of that. Okay, so if something isn't working, try something new. So I realized this weekend that I was like, I'm so committed to my Facebook page because it's my like page and because it's like my little baby and because I have, a ton of followers, not to say that they're all great followers that just have this number in my head. And I feel like I've given it so much of my attention, so much time and so much money that I realized this weekend I had been resistant to let go of it a little bit. And so I could have told you before I went until I was blue in the face, like, yeah, totally. If something isn't working, try something new. But what I wasn't realizing was that I wasn't following what I was preaching. So Instagram, whether you like it or not, is the place to be. So I would say before I went to NLC, I was doing maybe like 75% Facebook and 25% Instagram. I would always do my post first on Facebook and then copy it onto Instagram, whether it kind of met the Instagram, not like guidelines, but like whether it was a good format for Instagram or not. It was like Facebook was my priority. Instagram came second. So like if I did like this longer Facebook post, whereas Instagram, which, the wording shouldn't be too long. It's really like the picture and like a quick snippet. I would still copy and paste all of that wording over to Instagram, and it wasn't doing me any favors. So it was just like it was Facebook first, and then Instagram kind of got whatever time I had left. Like my priority would be to do my Facebook post, and if it was a school day for Grayson and we didn't have time, I would get to my Instagram stories by like 10 o'clock in the morning. Like it was always Facebook, Instagram, and now I'm flopping that. Instagram is going to be first. It's going to be 75% of my time, and Facebook is going to be 25% of my time. There's just no denying that like Instagram is everything right now. At least right now. Bonnie Engel talked a lot about how things can change and things can evolve, but you have to, and I think I'm talking about this on another slide, but you have to evolve, you have to grow, and you have to go with the changes. So like, as much as I don't want to let my Facebook page grow a little bit, especially because I feel comfortable with Facebook. I have my system down pat. I feel like I know my followers. I know, what kind of posts, not that I'm perfect at it, but I have an idea of what posts work and when. And so putting all this time into Instagram is very scary for me. It's like I spent like an hour today kind of wrapping my head around my Instagram system. And, it's just one of those things you have to dive in, try something, see if it works. If it doesn't work, reevaluate, tweak it, try it again. So I feel like I've been dabbling in Instagram, but I don't feel 1000% confident in it, but I have to do it anyway. I think Bonnie Engel said she signed up 40 coaches from Instagram. Granted, she's like a crazy star diamond coach, and she said like 80 or 85% of her coaches came from Instagram in January. Like we look at Ashley Fell-Dyson, even Kate Morgan, who is one of Ashley's personally sponsored coaches, who's only been a coach for, I don't know, like 6 months or something. They're the ones at the top of the Success Club board. And the reason why I keep saying their names is because they're pretty much 100% Instagram. So and not that Facebook is not working. I just think it's time for me to kind of dive into this shift, whether I want to or not, at least temporarily for now. I need to, like I said, it's not like Facebook isn't working. It's not working great for me. I spend a lot of time on Facebook. Granted, I do end up usually coming out with Success Club 6, 8, 10, 12, but I put a lot of time into getting those points. And I think that my time could be much better spent on Instagram. Like if I gave that same amount of time to Instagram instead of Facebook, maybe I'll see more success more quickly. And it's not just stories, it's stories and it's posts. It's kind of everything. I know I'm going into my other slide, but I did post a video of Bonnie. It's like a 17-minute video from the NLC. I just recorded the whole thing. It was awesome. I went back because I was holding my phone. I was wishing I had my tripod, so I couldn't take notes at the same time. So I went back and listened to it twice today and took some notes. I highly recommend listening to it. It was awesome. So yeah, working smarter, not harder. I think right now with Facebook, I'm working harder and not smarter. And I think if I just kind of give in and give this Instagram a try, I'm going to hopefully be working smarter and less harder. So, I want you to think about, maybe you're not in the same position I am. I know some of us have already kind of dove into Instagram, but if not now, then in the future, just, keep an open mind, think about what isn't working and brainstorm different things that you can do to change it up. What's the worst that can happen? You figure out that it doesn't work and you try something new. Only you're the only person who's really going to know and be able to tell, if you stop something and try something, it doesn't really matter to your viewers and your followers. So my plan, these are probably pretty lofty numbers here and stuff, but I'm going to give it a try. So keep evolving, learning, and growing. So I'm going to shoot for 100 followers a day. This is what Ashley does. She does it pretty quickly. I haven't tried it yet. Today I gave myself a little bit of grace. I started the book that Kelsey gave me. I gave myself a little bit of leeway, and I'm diving in tomorrow. But 100 followers a day. I think she does it, and one of the speakers, I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was Melanie. I don't remember. Ashley does 50 follows from followers of followers. So like she'll find a follower of hers that is in her niche. She's mid-20s, she has a boyfriend, she has dogs, whatever. And she goes to that person's followers and follows 50 of those people, because chances are if this person's in your niche, one of their friends is likely in your niche too. So, and with Instagram, you're not gonna enlarge people's profile to kind of scope them out. It's going to be like follow. So I tried it the other day just for fun, and I was mostly following people who had a picture, like a woman who had a picture with her kids in it, because that's my niche. So that's easy to tell if they're somewhat in my niche. So 50 of those, and then she does 50 by location. So, and it doesn't necessarily have to be like your current location. So I could find people that are in LA because I was just there, so I could start a conversation that way. You can find people that are in like the town that you went to college in, that you currently live in, that your kids go to college in, whatever, something that you can kind of relate to them somehow, some way. That one, I haven't tried it too much yet. I did quickly, and it wasn't as fast for me as the follows of follows. So I'm hoping I can get faster at that. 25 to 50 engagements a day. I'm going to try for 50, but I think I'm going to allow myself to start with 25. And I'm not 1000% sure on how this exactly is going to look, but definitely for new follows, I'm going to track my new followers just based on like the notifications on Instagram. Nothing crazy. I'm going to try to track my new followers and engage with them. So, follow them. If they're following me and they're like in my niche, I'll follow them back. Like a couple of their things, comment on a couple of things, and then send them a message if I can, just saying like, hey, thanks so much for the follow. It means a lot. It looks like you're a mom too. Kind of like I do on Facebook. Looks like you're a mom too. Something you can relate to them about. And then I haven't decided, again, I don't know yet. I have to play with it. I don't know if I'm going to invite, if I put them into my Asana and invite a week from there, or if I will do what I've been doing now, which is inviting from people who are watching my stories. It probably actually will be both, because I don't have enough people who are watching my stories yet. Ashley has like 800 to 900 people who watch her stories. I was like, whoa. Okay, so those are my goals. Adding Instagram highlights. I was just playing around with it tonight before this call. Highlights is so we all know that stories go away after 24 hours. Highlights are ones that you can have on your main profile page that will stay there until you archive them. So you can, or until you delete them. You can bring up old, it has to be an old, from my understanding, it has to be an old story that you've done as early as today until you started your stories. They're all archived, and you can go back and you can add them to a highlight. So I did like 5 categories. I did nutrition, fitness, coaching, family, and my new house. And I went through and I found like a few stories that fit each category and added them to that category. So basically it's like the Cliff Notes. If someone comes to your page, instead of looking at your story or instead of looking at your post, or if you have like a really great story that you don't want to lose and you want to make sure people see it forever. Like for my fitness one, I put my transformation picture because I don't want people to miss that. For nutrition, I did one with the containers because I want to pique their interest there. I did extra cute ones of Grayson and made sure I had my husband in there so they could tell, I have a family, that sort of thing. So they're just meant to be highlights. I don't know if there's a right or wrong as to how many you have. I have a few. I don't know. I don't know, playing around with it. But look into that because I think it'll be really neat. I haven't used this yet, but I downloaded it. Again, it came from Ashley. She uses IGDM, which I'm assuming stands for Instagram Direct Message.com. You download it to your computer, and which I did. I haven't done anything beyond that. So basically it allows you to only send messages on Instagram through your computer. And I know there's a couple other ones floating around out there. A couple other ones I hadn't heard great feedback from other people. Ashley loves this one, so I thought I would give it a try because I can for sure send messages faster on my computer than I can on my phone. And then the Cleaner app, which I know has been floating around the Boom Fam and stuff also, which is a way to quickly unfollow like mass people in like a minute. So if your goal is to follow 100 people a day, then after a while, the number of people that you're following is going to get way bigger than the number of people who are following you. And you just don't, that's just not a great thing to have, because if you're an outsider coming to look at your page, it's like, oh, she likes a lot of people and not many people are liking her back. Really, it would be ideal for the number of people who follow you to be like double, triple the number of people who you follow back. So you really want to save your follow backs for the people who are on your dream team, who you really want to connect with, who you want to get a challenge pack, that sort of thing. So if you're following 100 people a day and you're not really looking at their profile or anything yet, Cleaner app, I think Ashley said she does it like once a week. You just go through and you can and I honestly haven't tried it myself, but you can very quickly, she showed me, unfollow, like instead of doing it one at a time, you can do like 20, 25, 50 people at a time.
Brooke, I've used it. It's pretty simple.
Yeah. She showed me.
It works really good.
Yeah. Yeah. Alex, that's it. Yeah. So, so I'm excited for that. Definitely listen. I haven't listened to today's National Wake Up Call. I hear it's awesome. I usually listen to it on Tuesdays, but last week's National Wake Up Call was all about using Instagram and Instagram stories. I took a lot of notes. So definitely listen to that one and listen to the Bonnie video that I put in the Liberate group. It's only like 17 minutes, but it's some really great feedback. More things that I plan to do based on some of the things that were brought to my attention this weekend. You all know I bought the the URL for the www.imteamliberate.com. For at least to begin, I I'm going to see this as a way for our team to have a system that keeps everything organized, always updated, less time consuming, and duplicatable. So like, and again, I'm going back to Ash is like my idol right now. I just think she's amazing. I think everything she's doing is awesome. And I think she just has some really great ideas. And this is a great system she's come up with because obviously her team is killing it. So she has her website, and then she did a call, the Team Boom call a couple weeks ago. If you haven't watched it, I know I uploaded that into the team files. But she has her website, and she has a tab that is password locked, and her team has the password to it. And it just keeps everything organized. So like they have a system for training new coaches. And so, if I were to go and update the doc, then obviously it's updated for everybody. So the next time you go to find it, it's going to have like the most up-to-date information. Like, for example, I just went to send the new coach email, I think to Kelly Ann, and I looked over it really quickly, and there was some really outdated stuff. But if it was, in a Google Doc format, like a better, more organized Google Doc format, it would, we'd be able to keep it updated easier. And then this way it's less time consuming because we'll know exactly where to find things. I envision it to be like really broken down into different subfolders within each category. And then this way everything will become that much more duplicatable because we'll all kind of have this system. So that's a work in progress. Tweaking the new coach mindset. They talked about, obviously this is a leadership conference. And so they talk about, being a leader and, onboarding your new coaches and just having this, just kind of tweaking the new coach mindset, and just giving more emphasis on rank advancement. Not that it's like the end all be all, but like not even emphasis on it, but more, again, this goes back to like the belief and the goals, like having more belief that you can get to emeralds. It doesn't have to feel like this big, crazy, out of reach goal. And we're here to help you get to emerald. And then of course there's all of the perks that come along with emerald, and then getting to diamond, of course, and then getting on live events or getting to live events, and how important that is, especially as a new coach, to get to live events, especially like Summit, to kind of really solidify what this business is all about and what our team is all about. And, just everything you can learn and experience from being at a live event. I definitely want to this has always been a work in progress for me, but I really need to figure it out, is putting more of a focus on my challenge groups and the customer experience. We had like a whole long, speaker on the customer experience. And, it goes into what Pat says is, having your 5 best friends, giving them the ultimate experience. Not that I think that my experience that I'm giving is bad, but I know I can be doing better. And so I'm still trying to find out ways to do that. I think more prizes, adding more value, and pairing new challengers. Ashley pairs her new challengers. So Kate Morgan lives in California. She lives like 30 minutes away from where we were. And this girl, Lauren Lettieri, who is one of Ashley's other personally sponsored coaches, Ashley paired them up in their challenge group, like when they first started, and they got paired up and they just totally clicked. And kind of like when, you get paired up with a success partner, they kind of it just clicked for them, and they became like really, really, really good friends. And Lauren lives near Ashley in Maryland. So Ashley invited Lauren to come with her to California so that Lauren and Kate could like hang out and meet in person and, just get to know each other better. And while the two of them were here, Kate asked Ashley and Lauren to be bridesmaids in her wedding. It's just like effed up what this business can do. Like, it's just so cool. It gave me goosebumps. So, pairing up your challenges, because now these girls are like such good friends and they're partners in both their fitness journey, but also with their business, So I think maybe part of the reason why they decided to be a coach is because they had such a great experience as a challenger, and they wanted to pay it forward. Or maybe one of them became a coach first and the other one kind of wanted to follow suit because the other one, I don't know. But I really like that idea of pairing new challengers. I think that's kind of neat. Kind of like we pair accountability partners and coach basics. It's kind of like the same idea. And I'm going to be updating my goals because I've realized my goals are not scary enough. I realized this weekend that being a 5-star elite team is not too far off. I always wanted to be an elite team, but 5-star elite is absolutely attainable. I want to do that even before summit would be really awesome. And then same thing with the new leadership conference, then there's a leadership conference. So I want to, my goals are to, be able to officially be invited to the leadership conference, which is in Vegas in October. So who will be there next year? And that's it. Whew. That was a lot. Do you guys have any questions? Questions, comments, ideas, things that you want to try, anything?
Hey, I have a question.
Love it.
I have like a bunch. I put them in the chat.
Okay, I wasn't following the chat at all.
And sorry, it took me a minute to figure out how to unmute myself.
Don't be sorry. It's okay.
My first question was, you talked about how like you felt like you don't have enough people watching your stories.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are we looking at numbers wise? Like what? Like, okay, Ashley has 400, but
she has 800.
No, I want like what'd you say?
She has 800.
800 people watching one story?
Mm-hmm. You know why?
Okay.
I think it's because she's following that many people every day, so that helps. But also the people she's following are like in her niche or near her location.
Yeah.
Or something. So they're more like I have a lot of followers, but I feel like some of my followers, aren't like good followers. You know what I mean? So they have maybe no desire to watch this mom who stays at home with her kid and coaches, So I think I need to like hone in on my niche when I'm doing my friend requests and stuff, or my follows requests. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I don't think there's definitely not a right or wrong. There's just wherever you are, you want more.
Yeah.
You just want as many eyes as possible as you can.
Yeah, what's sick is I'm following like 380 people or something like that. And so if I use my tags and my hashtags and my locations right, I'm getting like, I don't know, anywhere from 150 to 250 people looking at a story. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Like I did 5 clips of my workout and I tagged I used the same exact hashtags for all 5 clips. And the first one I got 160. All the other ones I got like 30.
Weird.
It could be because 5 is too many.
So, but like even the second one, I got like 30. And I used a different location. I used the same hashtag, the same 11 hashtags, but I don't know. It seemed to only work for the first one. But anyway, I just looked at Ashley's page and I'm like, well, maybe she's following 2,000 people or something like that. She's only following like 600 and something. So it's like twice as many as me, but it's like on my best post, she's still getting like 4 times the results.
Yeah. I mean, and don't get me wrong. She works hard and she's been doing this for a long time. It's just, I think she has some great ideas and clearly what she's doing is working. And so, why not be open to trying something new?
Yeah.
Do you have another question?
My other question was about story highlights. Mm-hmm. You talked about those earlier. I've seen a ton of people do these like little graphics. Have you heard anything about that? Like, let me show you what I'm talking about.
Like the GIFs? GIFs?
No, and I don't know how to say that word either. No idea. I asked my students today. Anyway. Okay, so these little things. Oh my God, sorry, I'm like taking up everyone's time. Okay, so see how those are your story
highlights.
Yeah. So I've seen a ton of people make these little like pictures. And there's like,
people will upload them to their stories. They'll actually make a picture and then make it a story and then save it so that it's the first one.
Yeah, is that like important?
Alex, you can edit the cover. Is that what you're talking about? Like the first picture?
Do you think that matters? Probably not.
Well, I mean, what would be your purpose in doing that?
That looks like more clean. Like more professional?
Yeah, so maybe it's up to you. You know, if you think it'll be more professional, then it probably means that you may want to give it a try. I
I'm
haven't
getting
seen that.
nitpicky. Sorry.
I haven't. No. I haven't seen that. I'd like to see that. Do you know somebody who has that specifically?
Check out my story. I did it today and actually like added all the categories. And if you follow my story, it goes through them. But I haven't added things to every category yet.
Oh, cool.
But I used word swag to create them.
Ooh, I see. I like it. Those are awesome.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I probably like saw yours.
I love it, Kelsey. That's awesome.
I don't know how much they'll like change, but they just look the same, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Like, who knows? Try it. You know, why not?
Yeah.
I love it. I'm going to have to follow that. I'm going to have to copy you.
It's cool.
I love it.
That was all.
Great questions, Alex.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Okay. I didn't know because I have this stupid headphones. I have my daughter's headphones on so I can like be with them while they read. But so I've had Instagram for a long time and I never used it for anything besides like I thought there was cool filters, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I used to follow all kinds of people, like so many, because I just like to like follow them, right? And so I follow like over 2,000 people, and I don't have obviously as many followers. So I've been going through trying to clear out with cleaner, but at the same time I've been trying to follow people. So I'm getting confused between like who I've actually just followed, and then I think a couple of times I've like followed a bunch of people and then deleted them and then stopped following them like right away because I was trying to clean out the 2,000 people. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I just I don't know. I don't know how to get rid of all those people like in a
that's
quick
hard.
way. But I mean, I hope it doesn't look that bad to people, but whatever.
No.
Eventually, hopefully, I can get them down.
Yeah. Maybe can you like take a week to try to just unfollow a whole bunch of people before you start following more people?
Yeah, I could do that.
Or like 3 days and just try to unfollow like 1,000 people or something with the app, so it's kind of quick. And then that way you're not having anybody new that you might potentially unfollow by accident.
Yeah.
Kind of again, one of those like just, see what works.
Try it.
Yep. Yeah, try it. Give it a try. Okay. Good question. I know I have a bunch of people I need to do the same. Yeah. Anything else, guys?
Don't you think that if you like unfollow someone, but you had already followed them and they like you, they would like comment or like something so you would see them again?
Yeah, I think you could still see
lose them forever.
No, I think you can still see them like in your notifications, even if you don't follow them or they don't follow you.
Yeah, I've been having a lot of the same trouble as Erica, and I'm like so pumped that you showed us about this app, Cleaner app, because this is the reason why I was getting blocked. It's if you unfollow a lot of people in a row.
They said that you cannot, once somebody said that you can't follow or unfollow more than 50 people at a time. Or
that's what I was doing, and I was blocked for like weeks.
Yep, they said do like 40, take a break. Do 40, take a break.
But Cleaner app, you can just do 200 and it's done.
No, you still have a 50-person max.
Oh, okay.
No, so I probably said that in my spiel. Yeah, no. It's still you still have the same max. So like do it. It takes literally 2 minutes, and then do it at lunch, and then do it at dinner.
Yeah.
So what I saw with that Cleaner app is that after it would highlight a bunch of people that don't follow me that I follow, and so like it'd be like celebrities and like all kinds of people, and so and then it would say like 200 people selected. And then when I put, unfollow, they'll do like a certain amount. And then they'll say either put it in your local queue. And I don't know if that means like they'll do it later when I can do more on Instagram. I'm not really sure what that means.
No, it actually will do it after you. I tested it out. I picked one person to follow, and it said the same thing. It's going to put it in your queue, but as soon as I executed it, it unfollowed them.
See, because that hasn't been happening for me, but maybe it's because I've done so many.
Yeah,
at
I
a
think you have to
time.
go back and redo it each time. And then there's also a night setting, apparently. I haven't played with it yet, where you can set a timer and it'll unfollow a certain amount of people as you sleep.
Nice.
This is the cleaner app?
You don't have to keep going in and pressing like, okay, I think it's been enough time. I can, unfollow the next 50 people. You can set it so that it, like every 10 seconds or whatever it is, it unfollows someone while you sleep if you have it in your queue. But
That's on the cleaner app?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the cleaner app.
Wow, that's cool.
But you do still have to select them, though.
Yeah, you could select like 500 and just put them in your queue.
So I think when I just put that one person and I put them in, it said they were in my queue. Then I selected to unfollow them, and it unfollowed them.
Yeah, but if I had like 200 people in my queue, and I would unfollow, it will unfollow 50 at a time automatically. So you don't have to. It'll unfollow 50 at a time automatically, and then you can always go. Like I did it a couple times in a row, so I probably unfollowed 150 without getting blocked or any problems. And then you can set it up later so that it can do it overnight to kind of finish your queue. But I haven't done that part.
So what happens when you get blocked?
I think you just have to wait a while.
No, but I mean, what do you? How do you know you've been blocked? Like what?
It says you have been blocked from Instagram. Like report this as a mistake if it's a mistake. And I reported it 1,000. No, you can log in and you can see the people. It's the worst because you can see people following you. You can see that they're like liking on your stuff, but you can't message them or you can't follow them. The only thing you can do is comment on one of their pictures.
Okay, and you can still post though, right?
Yes, you can post. And if you follow and unfollow too many people, it won't let you continue following people. It'll stop you there. It'll say you have been blocked from following people.
Yeah, and I think if that happens, and like, I don't know, like this is what I would do. I would just turn it into a joke, and I would put it on my story, and I would say something like, apparently Instagram thought I was being too nice to people and messaging so many people.
Okay, well,
they told me I can't do it anymore for a little while, so I'm in Instagram jail.
Oh.
I mean, I would turn it around. I wouldn't say I'm unfollowing all you schmucks. But I would just say, yeah, I guess maybe I went overboard in saying hi to too many people, but I'm a friendly guy. What do you want?
I was furious.
I don't blame you. That's annoying. Cool. Okay. Well, I'm going to close this out because it's been a little bit close to an hour. So I'm going to I'll post the recording, but if you guys have any questions, ideas, if you want help thinking bigger, dreaming bigger, I'm here. Like really big, like Erin says, really big, like really freaking big.
Yeah.
For me to say like I want to be a 5-star elite coach, like, that's scary, but awesome.
Let's do it.
Mm-hmm. Let's
so
do
can
it.
I
That's
say
the
I want to
thing.
be
All of us.
coach in
all
the network? Can I say I want to be the #1 coach in the network?
Sure. Might not be it tomorrow. You can work your ass off to get there.
I want to be Ashley.
Yeah, Ashley too.
I literally told her the other day that I want to be her when I grow up. I did. I'm obsessed with her.
I'm more obsessed with her. I was obsessed with her first.
She offered, because I'm helping her with the Dash to Diamond group, she offered to like pay my $20. And I was like, no, I'd rather pay. So what I really want is a lifetime access to Pick Your Brain.
Yeah.
And she said, okay. I said, okay.
That's worth way more than $20.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So like today I messaged her. I was like, okay, I promise I won't ask any more questions for a while.
You're going to be Ashley Feldice in jail.
Yeah, I know, right?
You can't contact
girl. You need to go away.
3 weeks.
Your personal phone number, Brooke.
Okay. Thanks, guys, for hopping on. Next week, I think I'm going to have Cassie on here. Cassie Schmelzer. She's freaking newish coach, and she is really close to 1-star and 2-star. It's crazy. So just wanted to share like what she's doing, and I want to know what she's doing because that's awesome. So that's it. Happy Monday. Hope you guys had a great start to your week. Great start to phase 2. Tomorrow is cardio day. It's only 43 minutes though, so you wouldn't send me lose some, you know? Okay, bye guys.